Thinking about buying your first home? Well, now may be the best time to invest in that dream home.
Yes.
Mortgage rates are at historic lows right now, and understanding all of your options is crucial to acting fast during this time. So joining us via phone to go over the top 4 things to consider when purchasing your first home, we've got Robert Brown with Rock Mortgage joining us.
Yes.
Yes. Thanks for being here, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Thank you for having me.
Now, what's the most important factor for first-time home buyers to consider?
Well, the most important factor is what are your needs? You know, there's a lot of different loan products out there, and it's just mainly what do you need? What are the barriers to entry, and how to plan for the process? That's something that I can help with.
Okay. Now, what about folks that have a lower credit score? What are some loan options available for them?
We've got, you know, different products that are out there. Some of the things that we can work on is trying to get that score up. You know, just because you have a lower score doesn't necessarily mean that now's the right time. But there are some products out there for people who have a lower credit score, and you kind of have to define what's lower, you know. So there are products, though, FHA products that we can work with for people like that.
Sure. Now, first-time home buyers who may not be familiar with a lot of the terminology may be hearing about being pre-qualified. What does that mean?
Pre-qualified means that we're going to have a phone interview. You're going to apply. I'm going to check your credit. We're going to take a look at that and talk through that. We're going to just go over what's going on with you, your current economic condition, your job. I'm just basically going to ask a bunch of questions. And we're going to get to the bottom of kind of where you're wanting your payment to be so that we can overlay different loan products with your specific situation. We like to tailor the loan to what the individual needs at the time.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
So you mentioned interest rates. How does that affect someone when they're trying to purchase a home?
Sure.
It affects the payment, obviously. You know, interest rates are super low. They were the lowest I've ever seen 2 weeks ago. They ticked up this past week, and now with the government's injection of capital in the system, they've started coming down from Friday to Monday. And I have a funny feeling they're gonna really bottom out. Now might be a wonderful time to buy a home or refinance a home.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have been hearing that lately, especially with everything going on.
For sure.
What about closing costs? Should people be concerned about closing costs? What's maybe a number that they should be thinking about when it comes to first-time home buyers?
You know, closing cost is going to be very much subject to the price point of the house and the loan type that we do. You know, a lot of times we can get the seller to pay closing costs. That is an option. If you're looking at there's some loan types out there that actually can provide some assistance with the closing cost. But I mean, just to throw out a number, I mean, I would say $4,500 or so would be inadequate. And sometimes it's $3,800, sometimes it's $5,500. It just kind of depends on the loan size.
Sure. Good to know that ballpark, though. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And if home buyers want some more information, especially for first-time home buyers, Robert, how can they contact you?
They can contact us at www.rockmortgage.com. That's rockmortgage.com, or give us a call at 479-321-3355.
Perfect. Now, Robert, do they need anything, first-time home buyers, when they're meeting with you? Do they need to bring anything with them, an application or anything for the home?
Well, the beautiful thing about what I do for a living is they can do things from their home. So if you're at home and you've got some spare time and you want to check mortgage rates and want to see if a refinance is good for you, give me a call. You know, apply online. We can talk through the things that you know about yourself, and we can overcome any kind of obstacles like that. You're going to want to get pay stubs, bank statements. If you're doing a refinance, your existing mortgage. Most importantly, on a refinance, I'd like to know when your insurance is due next, and you know, just to pay normal stuff, tax returns, W-2s, things of that nature. Initially, in the first interview, I may be more interested in just a pay stub, and on a refinance, when your insurance is due.
Okay.
Great tips, Robert. Thank you so much for sharing with us and taking the time today.
Absolutely. You're very welcome.
And we'll make sure we have this information for you guys, especially for those first-time home buyers out there, on our website, gooddayNWA.com.